Okay, this is what we have on. Mr. Wolf's fighting with the neighbor. Sorry about that. Can't stop it. You could see the box again perfectly earlier. Sorry, guys. There's the box. See the box by the sun? There's the box. And if you look in my community, it talks about new stars forming, and stars colliding to form. Like I've been saying, two worlds colliding, and two parts of the comets colliding to get energy. Anyway, it shows a picture of, a star, which is a geometric shape. It's a box in the picture. When I say tetrahedron by the sun, I mean it. Is it exact tetrahedron? I don't know, but it is a geometric shaped object. That's a square sometimes, it's a diamond sometimes, it shoots off into many comets, but sometimes it looks like a box. A lot of times it looks like a box. Freaking bizarre, man. I don't freaking. And then it's got little parts, repetitive parts like this, that we call my dragon. We've named. I named the whip. We name them. So, because that proves that they're repetitive. Well, that doesn't prove that. That should prove they were repetitive. To know, to see. So that's why we are always naming them and calling them parts. And it's really just to figure it out. Because like I said, when I really look at this thing, every part is in itself. Every part has the entire system in it. Every part is just a replica, a reflection, a refraction, hologram. I think it's the light shining through the holes in the system, reflecting it on everything, reflecting it on our atmosphere, reflecting it on the Orion Nebula, reflecting it on everything. It's just like, and I will give Odin credit for this because he told me about this. It's not, of course, only this type of technology. It's a beam blender. No, that's what I call it. I call it a beam blender. They call it a beam splitter. A beam splitter. I call it a blender, which is the opposite. So maybe it's the opposite. Anyway, so this is in they use this in making holograms as well. 2 boxes now. Anyway, I don't know if I want to get into all this. Okay, so anyway, so when you look at a Christmas lights that shine on the house, have you ever seen like those little machines that shine snowflakes or dots or whatever on the house? Well, what it is it's a beam blender, a beam splitter, where all these different colors of light, rays of light go in and the beam splits them. I always thought of it as, blending them, splits them to go different places and to form different colors and, which is just like fiber optics, which is what I learned from my Canadian Sunstalker. Light will look different when you slow it down, which light is just frequency, fighting in, just to sight. And so there was a beam blender, a beam splitter. It was a little teeny piece of glass, like a little Pink Floyd, let's just say a little Floyd prism. That the light hit it. It did this job for it. So that's why what I think the tetrahedron by the sun is doing, or this square, or this geometric shape, or let's even say the geometric shapes within the holes of the system when the light shines through are what's doing this. There's scattering light everywhere. When you break it down, you can see it. If you go take a picture of the sun and break it down, it's light scattered everywhere. It's reflecting itself over and over and over again, just like the lights do, reflects itself over and over again on the house. Okay? It's the same. And it's just a tetrahedron by the sun and planet. And yes, there are little things that come off of it in our planet that are real in our material. And I don't know how the hell that works. I don't know how it works, but it works. It's happening. I don't know if it makes itself real by us, too many of us seeing it, have made it real, a real thing. You know, that's the only thing I can imagine is that all of us have seen it, agreed on it, it's there, you know, so now, guess what? It's there. Just like Q. You know, Q was a psyops created by the right side of the government. And guess what? Q became an actual thing that we had to call in the freaking military for. So that's a great example of turning nothing into something. You know, it's a rudimentary example. It's a slowed down example, but it's still an example. You know? So, much deep today. So what I was trying to show you, oh, look, there's the sunglass. The shark with the 2 square sunglasses. Those are the 2 squares. See them? Sunglasses. 2 squares. These are the squares that MRMBB3 keeps getting. They're locking together right now, like a locomotive. Future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. Okay. So that is my understanding of what the heck is going on. And I know this because of all of the wonderful people that I have worked with and learned from the beginning to the end. So I'm thankful for all of you, even though some of you have been turds. But I still appreciate where you brought me. And whether you would want to admit or not where I brought you, just a little bit. Come on. Come on now. All right, guys. Well, I wasn't really expecting to go. Oh, I can turn this around. That's right. I really wasn't expecting to go this deep today, but we did, and I'm glad I got it all out. I hope it was, God, I hope you could understand it. Didn't even think about that. Have a good day. We're up here in DC getting some things done, and talk to you later.